man. Shout out to the blog, the only place online where you can get the most futuristic music, swag, everything. You want to hear about it? Check it out. I was born in London, grew up in California, spent 12 years over there, and been back in London now as well. So just to Nigerian parents, so yeah, Nigerian heritage, born in England. I just make everyday music. Sometimes it can have like a hip hop feel, sometimes it can have sort of like a light indie feel to it, whatever. It's like I just kick whatever I feel. Man, a lot of Kendrick, man. It's like I just like that dude. I mean, it has nothing to do with the fact that he come from California. It's a bunch of guys that come from California that I ain't really, I ain't feeling them, but they just didn't have as much impact. Kendrick Lamar is somebody that when I sit back and listen to him, like, yo, okay, I'm feeling Kendrick, I'm feeling this dude. You know what I mean? I can relate to that. Like Nightbot is just a situation of me just literally had an argument with some girl I was with, and I just thought, you know what, I'm just gonna get out the house, got my headphones, got a skateboard, I'm just riding through the city. And just whatever I was thinking at the time, I just started to just jot it down on my iPad, on my iPhone, and that's literally it. So just a short space of time, and just documenting the kind of things that I was going through in that short space of time. So it's just me just getting off my chest. Because as a young kid, I've always been a talker. Like I talk all the time from high school days, and it's like back in the days we used to call it all that was just slick talk. That's what we used to call it, like when I was in high school and stuff like that. So a bunch of guys, like every time during lunchtime, everybody's like, "Oh man, your mama ain't hot, she this and that." Somebody always slang something my way. I always got something back to say to them. So it just almost sort of like a little mini battle. Like every time somebody says something, it's like, "Oh yeah, so what you got to say?" And I just come back. So then everybody say, "Oh, he's slick with the mouth." And from there, it just grew from being slick with the mouth to all that Slickmouth. And then, yeah, so when I became an artist, I just adopted the thing because it's like something I know is just totally my persona. It's just me, so it just became natural. I just come on and sing that with Slickmouth. I mean, for me, Illmatic has to be up there for me personally. I mean, just because, as I said, I grew up like idolizing those kind of people, and that's around the time when New York rap was just at its infancy and stuff like that. And you got people like Nas at the age of 18 come up with an album like that with such creativity. Like for me, like songs like Memory Lane, every time I listen to that, I just think, oh my God, man, this is music at its purest form. A song at the age of 18, like to be able to depict such graphic details of things that are around his environment and stuff. And also, Common B album is personally another favorite album of mine. Like in terms of like the soul sound of music, and just like him and Kanye West just had a perfect synergy on that album. And just like those two albums personally for me is like, if I was never going to ever listen to music again, those two albums I'll ask to please listen to those back to back all the time. Yeah, those are my two favorite albums. I just rock whatever I feel like. And today I was feeling for the denim jacket, got the cords and the J's, so you know, I just try to keep that fresh. Another day, I'm feeling for, I don't know, like a gilet, shirt, bow tie, whatever. So I just try to keep it fresh, just a reflection of like some days I wake up and I just want to get a hoodie on and just, you know, just put the easy going kicks on, and sometimes I just want to look just super flash, and, you know, so it's just like whatever I feel like. So I said it's an expression of how you feel on the day. That's what I think fashion or style is, and that's what I try to capture every time I put my clothes together. You know what it is, twitter.com/Slickmouth. You catch me on Facebook, just type in Slickmouth. Man, it's so crazy. I mean, you get told a lot of things, but the ones that stick out would have to be the ones like, it's so simple and so cliche, but it's so interesting how that is one of the most powerful things. So I can't remember who it is now. I know it was when I was in New York, and I was with Lil Thing trying to get on Def Jam interviews and stuff like that. And there was this dude, like, I think he was a senior A&R over there. And he was like, you know, I like your style, I like what you're about, but make sure no matter what the case is, just stay true to you and just do whatever makes you comfortable. And I was like, okay. It just seemed like a normal thing that anybody would say, but it's like every time I found myself in positions where I think, okay, it's morals versus progression. You think, okay, this guy, I just need to bend myself a little bit and I get here, and I think to myself, that always comes back to man. I think, you know what, just do you, be comfortable with what you want to do. And whatever that means, if you have to sacrifice things, do it, and just make sure that you're happy, you're comfortable. There's nothing worse than you being somewhere and you're not yourself. At the end of the day, everybody can see through that. Or even if they can't see it, you're home by yourself, lonely 19, thinking, oh my God, I'm a sucker, because I'm not me. And people think I'm this other guy, so that's not good. So for me, that's one of the most valuable advice I think anyone has ever given me. Struggle to deal with, huh? But why you had to fall in